Hi guys, it's Kelly from Coffee Sunshine Paper, and I'm going to be putting into the shop a listing for the small journal paper set, and a few of them are coffee dyed and a few of them are not, and I just kind of wanted to walk you through it. I'll attach this video to the listing so you can see a closer look at what would be in the little pack. Okay, it's about, I think it's 32 pieces. I'll recount before I put it in my listing, but I'm pretty sure it's 32 pieces. So kind of two parts in the one pack, the coffee dyed and then the non-coffee dyed. So let's start with the coffee dyed. And obviously, if any of you have ever coffee dyed, you know they all turn out differently. All the papers are very individual, the way they take the coffee, the way they dry, all the things. So this one is going to be folded. It's going to kind of, you know, hold together these other packs, but this one was completely saturated in the coffee and water. So there'll be variations, but this one's completely saturated. This one I did the bubble technique, where you put the dish soap in with the coffee and you blow bubbles and then you put it on the paper. Not all of these were the bubble type though. This with the black and white. Only a few of these I did the bubbles. Most of them I think were saturated, but we'll get to them. I'll show you a couple different packs so you can see. This one was another bubble one. I don't know if you can you tell it's bubble? I think you can. I think so. And then this one is dot grid, where I just put the cup around it and then some splatters. This one was fully saturated. The lines. This one I did on one of those grease splatter pans, you know, the big, they almost like a pizza pan size, but they have all the holes, so it makes these nice little markings. They didn't all come out like this though, only the ones kind of on the bottom, so they don't all look like this, but that's if you have one of those splatter pans and you like coffee dyeing yourself, that makes this nice little pattern. This one, when you get it though, when you see the one with the two different little, I guess they're bullet, you know, check off marks for a to-do list or something, just know that it's perforated. So right down here, you could break it apart very easily now that it's coffee dyed. And then you have two separate things to use. Okay, so I just wanted you to know before you did any gluing or, you know, trusted the integrity of this thing, there is a perforation right down the middle of this thing. Okay. This one just kind of plopped the coffee onto and did some extra splatters. This is graph paper on one side, plain on the other, and it's the bubbles. It's probably hard to tell on the grid side, but more the plain side, you can kind of see the bubbles. And there's 3 of those in each of the packs. And then this one is more just setting the cup down and then a couple extra splatters. And this one's nice. It's because you can use it as actual, like maybe a signature paper because it folds nicely. And I carefully extracted it from the threads. So there's just minimal holes in there. So it's good and sturdy if you want to use it in a book. But these are great for, you know, for anything, for journaling on, for collaging with, and you can tuck the little ones into things or cut these up and tuck them wherever you want to, or glue things over them. Some of the, like if you put napkins, you know, over the busy ones, it's kind of fun when you decoupage the napkin over the busier papers, or just for writing. Some of you just write in your journals. And this is the other part of it. Some they're Latin cards, and then these are from geometry, little cards, just really super cute to tuck into a little pocket somewhere. Plenty of room to journal on if you have a writer. Tickets, plenty of spot for journaling on the back. Some of these cards, these plain cards, are so cute. Excuse me. Birds, cute little hummingbird there. I don't know what this guy is, but they're beautiful. These are old too. I don't know how old they are, but they're old. but I tried to keep it in the low numbers so that there were spots to journal on if you want to journal on these too. Okay, this one too, this bigger one, this oversized card, tried to keep the low numbers so you can write. Grid, both sides. This one's dot grid and plain on that side. This is just a cute little envelope that you could sew into a signature easily, or you know, glue onto a page and have a little flip out action, or whatever you want to do with a little envelope. And it looks, it's kind of colored like it's coffee dyed, but it's not. It's just the way it came. Didn't alter that at all. This came from a stationery set. It's super pretty, a little botanical, but it has this nice little closure thing, so you could easily tuck it in to somewhere in your journal, or you know, you could sew it into a signature if you wanted to, or you know, whatever. Lots of options with these. I just think it's adorable. Classic guest check. So both sides, good for all the things. I love putting a napkin over a guest check. That's one of my favorite things to do with guest checks. Is just a little Mod Podge and napkin, and it's a super cute journaling card. This is, I haven't folded them yet. I probably won't, but you can see where you could fold this in half so it becomes a little booklet too, or you can just use it as is. Lots of lines, space to write. This is a very old set of flashcards, so but again, lots of writing spots, and it's nice and thick. Good cardstock for journaling card if you want to do that. This one is like a 3-for-1, all grids, and the back is plain, and everywhere you can see where it changes, those are perforated also. So also there's a perforation line here too. So you might want to just take it apart or use it as it is, or fold it, you know, whichever way. But just understand, maybe you can see better on this side, understand that there is a big perforation line there, and here, and here. Okay. This little note. Not note card, but you know, you can take notes on it. Plain on the back, very thin. This one's thin, be good for collage if you like that. Fold kind of ledger. And this one is very similar to the envelope. It came together as a set. So this is the writing piece that goes with that little envelope. And Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Plenty of spots to write on this one. Lots of places to write on this one. I love this pretty little botanical scene here, the dots. I tend to cut off the to-dos. I don't like having to-dos in my journal, but I don't mind notes at all. This one's plain on the back too. These are easy to coffee dye too. They take the coffee nicely. So that's it. So it's about 32 pieces with the bigger ones and the little ones, but they're all on the small side. I think the biggest one in the group, the biggest one might be this guy, and that is about 6 by 8. That's the biggest one. One of the coffee dyes, like I said, does unfold out to a little bit bigger, but when it's all folded up, it does not. It's nice and small. All of these are small. So that's the pack, and again, all the coffee dyed ones are going to look a little different, and but all the non-coffee dyed are the same, except obviously the numbers on the plain cards and the words, but they're all the same. Okay, so let me show you another coffee dyed part of a pack, so you can see how they do vary a little bit. Here's the bigger one. Again, just kind of some variations on how it took the coffee. And the little bubble ones. And the splotch. Just let's see where it lands. And you can see that grease splatter pan. I must have dried them on those. And here's another one. This is the one I said was perforated down the middle, so don't totally trust it if you're about to fold it, because it will tear apart nicely. And then you'll have 2 of these little strips. And this one was completely saturated with some interesting little marks, and as they get like darker around the edges, I like that, but you can of course cut it off if you like it more consistent. This one, just the cup around the dot grid. This was another bubble. And this one, I think the last one I showed you, the black and white, had it was the bubble effect, but this one is just more saturated with coffee. They're all a little different. This is the one that folds out. Could be a signature page if you wanted it to be. Oops, upside down. Some marks. Okay, so that's another one. Maybe one more. And just the coffee dyed part, so you can see, again, the variations and how they turned out. The first one, the back got a lot darker than the front on this one. And then the little ones. And splat. And this is the one that I did do on that grease splatter pan, but you almost can't tell on this one versus the other one was all over the place. So, other little variations of how it dried. The edge got super dark on that one. And this one was completely under the coffee. Little cut marks. And the bubbles. And then this one's super dark on the back. Not so much on there. And then the one you can open up. So that's it. So again, you'll get the coffee dyed pack. Well, half of the pack is coffee dyed and half is not. And I'll link that video of Barbara's so you can see that bubble effect. It's really cool and it's fun, but it does take time. So anyway, that's it. That is what I'm going to put in my shop pretty soon. I hope you like it. I hope you could use it. If you have other suggestions for me for things that you'd like to see in my shop, things that will help you make junk journaling easier or more fun or more accessible. If you can't get out and you need things, to come to you, let me know what you think would help. So be looking for this. I will put it in my shop hopefully by the end of the day. Just gonna take some pictures and do the uploading, and that's the time-consuming part. But well, it'll be in there soon. All right, so thanks for watching, and take a look around the shop, and again, comment on any suggestions that you have, or you can reach out to me through Etsy messaging, or I'm on Instagram. And yeah, so reach out if you have ideas for me. Okay, all right, thanks guys, take care, bye bye.